huge, so good. I would just say like a split step, so you have a wider base and your lower gravity.
I got a pretty wide base already though.
Hi, my name's Rihanna Valdez. I've been playing tennis for about 20 years, coaching for about 5, and I'm currently playing professionally on tour.
Hey guys, it's Tyler Strike. I've been playing tennis for about 15 years now, and I've been coaching for 5.
Hi, my name is Ian Broomfield. I've been playing tennis for 20 years, and I'm a private tennis coach.
Hi, I'm Jack. I played baseball from T-ball to college, and I've been coaching the last 15 years with my catching academy called Catchers U.
Hello, my name is Duke Baxter. I've played baseball for 15 years, and I've coached baseball for the last 25 years at my facility in New Jersey, Zone Sports Academy.
Hi, my name is Trevor Edior, also known as Trey Suave. Hello. And I've been playing baseball for 18 years, and in 2016, I was drafted by the Colorado Rockies.
So the first skills that we are going to be going over is the ground strokes. What makes a ground stroke? It's when the ball bounces and then you hit it, okay? There's 2 types of ground strokes. We're gonna start with the forehand, and then we are going to teach you the backhand. We're gonna have Rihanna demonstrate. So she's gonna be sideways, and she's going to go low to high and finish with her elbow. Low to high, finish with the elbow. One more, low to high, and point your elbow forward. Now, after we do the forehand, we are going to be going over the backhand. So the backhand, there's 2 different types of backhands. So one-hander like Roger Federer, but today we're going to be going over the 2-hander. So you're gonna start low, sideways, and elbows. Good, finish elbows up. Last one, I want you to freeze elbows every single time. And notice her elbows are pointing forward to the court. All right, so let's come over here and try it out.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the ball does. I think I'll be able to make good contact, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it over the net and down. I got a feeling balls are gonna fly a little bit.
Determining how much power to use and how much control to use. So on that forehand, am I gonna go super hard? On the backhand, am I gonna go super light for more control?
I think the only consistency that I see is she swings really hard and I'm gonna swing really hard. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to put the ball where I'm trying to put it, but I'm gonna go all out and see what happens.
So we're gonna start with the forehand. We're going to do drop feet. So I'm gonna bounce the ball, and then you're going to hit it. So we're gonna start sideways. You're gonna start with the racket low, and then you're going to swing over your shoulder, elbow. Let's try. So I'm gonna bounce it, and you're gonna swing over your shoulder. Nice. Now these next 3, what I want you to do, number 1, I want you to make sure that you're loose. You want to hold that racket loose. I know you want to grip it super tight, but just let it go, okay? The second thing, once you're done, I want you to freeze and point your elbow. Pretend you're at Wimbledon, you got a ton of paparazzi right there, right? You freeze, point that elbow, strike a post, smile at the cameras, and then go. Here we are. Over your shoulder, elbow. Good. Over your shoulder, elbow. I want you to watch the ball. You have sunglasses on, but it looks like when you're hitting, you're picking your head up. You want to watch the ball when you make contact. Let's go. Let's go. So you're gonna start low and then swing over your shoulder. Yes, good. So I'm gonna drop the ball and you're going to swing. Here we are. So you're gonna start low, elbow. So the balls went super long and high, right? So we always have to make sure every single time your strings are tilted downward. And then the next thing, you wanna make sure that your racket's loose. You don't wanna hold the racket super tight. You wanna let the racket work for you. You don't wanna work for the racket, okay? So you're gonna start low, you're gonna be loose and swing over your shoulder and just hold your elbow here. Elbow, good, 2 more, and try to hold it, your finish. One more, be loose, hold your finish. And we're going to slow it down a tiny bit. So you're gonna be low and watch my swing. I'm just gonna swing like this. Yes, good, and hold your finish. Hold your finish, good. Start low, elbow, last one, here we are. Point the elbow, perfect, good job. I'm gonna bounce it, elbow, good. And what I want you to do is once you're done, again, just come all the way up to the point that, look, so swing over your shoulder. Look, I want you to touch your back. See how the racket's touching your back once you're done?
Dude, I haven't touched my back since 2004.
Now swing over your shoulder, touch your back.
Oh!
Make sure every single time your racket face is tilted downward. If it's up when you make contact, where's the ball gonna go?
See ya.
Home run, so
Gotcha.
every single time, tilt
That's
the strings
today.
down.
Bad, no home runs today.
Yesterday was perfect, but
All right.
today we gotta try to keep the ball in the
Down
blue.
this way, okay.
Good, nice. All right, so now we're going to be working on the backhand. We're going to be doing the same thing, a drop feed. So I'm going to bounce the ball and then you're going to hit it, all right? So again, you want your right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top, and you're going to start with the racket low, and then you're going to swing over your shoulders, elbows. Down here, yes. And now you're going to point your elbows. Nice, so try not to move your body. Yes, perfect. Start low and elbows. Good, good, good. So right now you're moving your whole body because that's what you want to do in baseball, right? With tennis, what you want to do is you want to start with the racket low, keep your body still, and just let your racket do the work. Don't rotate that body. All right, last tip, okay? We're going to get these balls in. So number one, you got to hold your finish and touch your back once you're done, right? All the way up. The next thing, your left hand does the talking, right hand does the walking. So when you swing, make sure you use this hand. That's the hand that does the work. Elbows up. Freeze. Yes, good. That was a good one. Yes.
Good job.
Let's go.
Good job, Tyler. Let's go.
Good. So you know what I love that you did right there? You let the racket go. You didn't swing super hard, and now you're getting in, right? My favorite quote in tennis is, in tennis, to gain control, you have to give up control. Yeah. The more you let that racket go, the better it's going to be. So keep that swing up. Let's go. Start low. Elbows. Good. Two more. Here we are. Low. Elbows. Let's go. Last one. Last one.
Let's go!
Boom.
I'm like
Come on.
that.
Wimbledon.
I like that.
Wimbledon.
Look, I know you see this body, you just think power, okay? But I don't know if you noticed, I was the only one that dinged it over the net in the last one. No.
Yes, not baseball. Here we are. Yes. Two more. Start with the racket low. Elbow. And one more. Let's go. Hold the finish. Post. Yes. Next thing I want you to do, we're going to get a little bit of spin. Top spin means that you can hit the ball as hard as you want and it's still going to dip in. How do we get top spin? Use your left hand. This hand does the work. Left hand does the talking, right hand does walking. No, so you're going to do the same swing. So keep both your hands on, but just use your left hand a little bit more when you're hitting. Don't turn your wrist though, okay?
Okay.
Good. Look at that top spin. Perfect. Here we are. Two more. Start low. Elbows. Good. Last one. Start low. Elbows. Freeze. Great job.
I thought it went pretty good. The forehand, I think because it felt more natural, I wasn't listening to the coaching cues as much. Muscle memory from swinging or coaching was kind of taking over. But on the backhand, I felt way less comfortable because it's like the opposite side, so I don't really swing that way. So I felt like I was listening to Tyler more, and I actually had a lot more success on the backhand than I did on the forehand.
I got to really control my backhand through the zone, and that was really big for Tyler to say, and like really simplify for me by saying, like, to gain control, you have to give control. Because in baseball, it's the same thing. We have a saying where less is more. When we're facing 90 miles per hour plus, like as a hitter, you don't want to do more movements. You just want to simplify it and then just go from there.
Follow through and finish was about the same, except for my racket was a little open, which launched the tennis ball, opposed to keeping it down and trying to swing over the ball. That's the last thing we want to do in baseball. So my muscle memory is to do it this way, and to try to do it this way is a little bit challenging.
When I first saw the forehands, I was like, oh, we're gonna have a long day ahead of us. But then the backhands, they were much better. And that makes sense because the backhand side, you have two hands, so you can really control it more than the forehand. Because they're baseball players, they want to swing real fast. And again, on that forehand side, you have the one hand, so it's more flexible. You can get away with more things than the backhand with those two hands, so you have more control.
To our next skill, we're gonna add movement and we're gonna add preparation. So for this drill, I'm gonna be feeding balls a little bit further away from you. We're gonna be here, split step, racket back. Now we're gonna move, and we're gonna try to keep that contact out in front. We don't want it too far, and we don't want it too close. So we're gonna try to create that same contact over and over and finish the swing. Yep, so it's the same ground stroke as Tyler taught you earlier. We're adding a little bit of movement. So we're gonna split, racket back, move, contact out in front, follow through.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the ball does. I think I'll be able to make good contact, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it over the net and down. I got a feeling ball's gonna fly a little bit?
I think I'm gonna do pretty good, just because I'm confident. I'm a confident guy, you know, and I'm really good with keeping my front shoulder closed. So I think that's gonna play an advantage.
The backhand's definitely gonna be more challenging. We do everything this way, right-handed this way. We don't do many things this way and use this hip. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, but we're gonna see how it goes.
Here we go. Low to high.
Here we go. Oh,
One more step.
my bad.
Follow through all the way, elbow up. Here we go. Back it back. Nice. Back. Nice, so a little more brush. Brush under that ball. Nice. A little flat, lower contact. Okay, brush, low to high. Rack it back. Okay.
See ya.
Rack it back.
That's good.
Nice.
All right.
Better. Even more brush. Brush under. Nice. Okay. Follow through all the way. Elbow up. Nice.
I just have to break that mental barrier of staying open and making my body fly. In baseball, we're so used to controlling the barrel with two hands. So on the forearm drills, when we're only doing the drill with one hand, it's so difficult to really just break that mental barrier.
What surprised me was how you can hit one shot so good and feel like, oh, I got this, and then just mess up 8 in a row. Like, tennis is so hard. We're not used to moving around so much. We're used to being in a spot, the ball itself is moving, but in tennis, like you're trying to get your whole body into position, and it's hard.
I was really impressed. Definitely compared to beginners, I think they have an advantage. I've taught, a lot of beginners who have never picked up a racket, and it takes them a lot longer to get to the stage where they're kind of moving and creating the same technique. Their ability, their hand-eye coordination, and the way they were tracking the ball was really helpful to kind of keep the technique and the follow-through much more consistent.
All right, here we go. Forehand, backhand, overhead. The net game is super important in tennis. That's the next skill that we're gonna learn. And it's important because we use it to take time away from our opponent and to finish the point. So with the net game, we have 3 main things that we do. So we have forehand volley, we have the backhand volley, and we have the overhead smash. So with the forehand volley, we wanna make sure that it's right hand, left foot. You're just gonna stomp, exactly. So you're gonna stomp at the same time as contact. On the backhand, we're gonna use 2 hands and we're gonna stomp with the right foot. Exactly, exactly. Now the overhead, we wanna make sure that we're sideways, and we're gonna start here and we're just gonna hit down. We're gonna smash it down into the ground.
When Ian was explaining it, it looked a lot easier. Watching it in action with all that movement and changing stuff around, I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get at least 1 or 2 of the steps right, but I feel like when I put all 3 together, it's gonna be fun to watch.
I think I'm gonna struggle with the forehand. Been struggling all day, but great instructors. I think I'm gonna do a great job.
Okay.
All right, forehand first, here we go. Yes, backhand. Overhead, smack it down. Yes, here we go, forehand. Backhand. Yes, overhead, smash. Yeah, forehand. Good, backhand. Yes, smash it, right down, you got it. Huge, so good. On your toes, here we go, forehand. Backhand. Yeah, overhead, smack it. Yeah, forehand. Again, forehand. Backhand. Overhead.
Ha!
Yeah, one more. On the forehand, make sure you step forward. Let me see that.
Forward.
Yeah, here we go.
Forward.
Much better, backhand.
Back.
Yes, smack it.
Yeah. Ah! Let's go!
Yeah, backhand. That's okay, backhand again.
Oh.
Good, overhead. Right into the ground. That's okay. Good, backhand, step forward. Good, right here. Smash it, smash it. Nice, Duke. One more.
All right, let's go.
Here we go, forehand. Yeah, backhand. One more, up here. So good, so good.
I think it went pretty well. In the beginning, I was trying to do everything that Ian was saying with the steps, and next thing you know, she was whacking balls at me, and I felt like I was just like trying to defend myself. The second round, loosened up more, and was just see the ball, hit the ball, and it got so much better, but whew, it went okay.
I think the contact point and then me being able to keep my balance when I was moving side to side really played to my advantage in this skill.
Especially with the smash, they're so used to that throwing motion, and teaching beginners, you want them to kind of develop that motion. These guys already had it, so it was super easy for them to pick up on it, and I think they did a really, really amazing job.
All right, players, so the next skill that we are going to learn is the serve. I'm gonna put my left hand out in front. I'm going to toss and tap. I'm going to toss and tap, okay? That is how you're going to do the serve. If you don't have a serve, you can't play a point in tennis. The serve starts the whole game of tennis, all right? So let's explain the serve before we get into it. So you see this hash mark here, and you see the boxes over there. If you're on the right side of the hash mark, you're serving into the left box. If you're in the left side of the hash mark, you are serving into the right box. Guys, you guys get 2 tries, all right? So if you miss the first time, you get a second try. If you miss that, you lose the point, okay? So we have to teach you guys how to get this serve in. Now let's try it.
Looks easy enough.
Yeah, I think getting the racket up, and then I think that the toss might throw me off a little bit from my contact point, but we're going to see what happens.
I think it's gonna be really fun, really simple. I'm a vet with Wii Sports, and I serve all the time, so I think it's gonna be fun.
Toss and tap. Make sure your racket's up. Toss and tap. Let's
Can I
go.
do like
Here we
the
are.
little love tap?
Maybe. You can bounce it if you want. Let's see it. Toss, tap. Awesome. Okay, so your balls are going a little bit long right now, Trey, right? So if your balls ever go long, you know how I told you for your forehand, you want to swing over to shoulder, follow through elbow? We're going to teach you how to follow through for the serve, okay? Let me see your racket real quick. So we're going to toss, we're going to tap, and we're going to follow through all the way across the body. So you're going to come all the way across, just like a baseball.
Yeah.
To the point if I took my hand off, you'd catch it under your opposite arm. So let's see it. Toss, tap, across the body. Yes, that's going to bring that serve down. Okay. Let's see it right now. Here we are. Tap, follow through. Let's do one more thing real quick, all right? So put your racket straight up in the air like this. Tap it, all right? You're tapping, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to snap your wrist, like you're flicking the wrist, and then follow through. By snapping that wrist, it's going to bring that ball down as well. So you're going to toss, tap, snap, follow through. Toss, tap, snap, follow through. Let's get it. Here we are. Come on. Good, but wrong box.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Stop. Like,
I'm
right?
doing this?
Yeah, you're going like this. All this nonsense, right? Just toss, tap to the box. Let's go. Here we are.
Yeah!
All right. Last thing that we're going to do, okay? So stick your racket straight out, like straight out to me, like this. Yes, good, good, good. So we're going to tilt. I'm going to move the racket in your hand. So let me move it. Yeah, good, good, good. Right there, okay? You're going to stay like that. What you're going to do is you're going to put your palm to the ball. So now go up, like toss and tap. Put your palm to the ball. High five the ball up high, and then across the body. All right, one more, one more. Nice. Some power on it. So if the ball's ever going to the net, all you got to do is go up. If the balls ever go long, you just got to come down and follow through. So right now, get that toss up high. Put your racket up in there and freeze where you think you're going to hit it. That is how high, okay? It can't be here. That toss is too low. Up here, right? Hit it earlier and toss that ball higher up. Put your palm up to the sky. Let's see it. I want you to shift down a little bit, take some speed off, and like get a feel for it, right? Yes! Come on. Woo! We're gonna end right there. That was awesome. Good stuff.
All right. Snapping the wrist was really difficult for me. Instead of snapping my wrist, you're taught to like just push it really. And as baseball players, we do pull downs, and when we throw, we use a lot of downhill momentum, like force. So I think just the actual high point and connecting at the high point was difficult for me.
In baseball, you already have the ball like in your hand, whereas this was, the contact point was so much higher up than normal. Normally we don't make contact with things like, you know, above our eyes. I don't think baseball really helped me out on this one. Tennis is a really tough sport, and I'm finding a lot of appreciation for how skilled these players are and these coaches are.
Sometimes I was thinking about the racket more than the actual toss, but I think the toss is almost more important, putting it in the right spot to then be able to smack it down. But I think that was the hardest part, the two different moving pieces. It definitely looks easier than it is. I thought I was gonna be able to dominate the serve, but there was nothing dominating about what I did.
So they're good. The serve, it's one of the hardest shots in the game. I mean, you have the toss, you have the toss height, you have to get it out in front, you have the timing, you have the swing. There's so many different things that you have to put together in order to accomplish the serve. So it was expected for them to have some trouble.
All right, guys, so now we're gonna have our final challenge of the day where we're gonna put everything you learned to the test. So here's what we're gonna do. We have 10 balls, 1 serve, 4 ground strokes, 4 volleys, and you finish with an overhead. For each ball that you make across the net, over the net, and in the blue, it counts for 1 point. Anything that you hit inside of the target is gonna count for a bonus point. At the end of everyone's turn, we're gonna see who has the most points and who walks away as a champion today.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to have fun because having success may not be the issue.
She made that look very easy, but for us going through the drills and skills before, there's nothing easy about that.
Nice. In. Nice.
Beautiful, big improvement, love that. That was great, Clutch.
Oh. Nice. Here we go. Nice. Oh. In.
Yes.
Nice. Ooh. In.
Ah,
Nice.
my God.
Up. All right, nice job, guys. The scores are in. We have in 3rd place Trevor with 7 points.
Yeah.
In 2nd place with 9 points, we have Jack. And in 1st place, we have Duke with 12 points. 12 points.
It's my coach.
It's all my God. He's older than all of us, so he has more experience.
Yes.
So fun. You know, in baseball, it's like we have muscle memory and it's just so much easier. In tennis, like one little thing goes wrong and it's like so mentally easy just to mess up 2, 3, 4 things in a row. So it was so fun. The coaches were awesome. It was a blast for all of us.
You have to be so calm and smooth in your movements because anytime you try to generate power or you tense up, the ball's just not going to go where you want it to. So I think staying smooth, but rhythm and balance is probably the most things that translate from baseball to tennis. I think it's something that people might be scared because they think it's a lot of cardiovascular, which it is, but I think you can control it and anybody can have fun depending on what level you want to go at.
I think my favorite move was the serve. The serve was cool because you can kind of explode into it and it was fun, but it was, I think, also definitely the hardest move as well. I would say for someone that never tried tennis, it's not as easy as it looks. Have fun with it, play with it, but it's not something you're gonna master anytime soon.
Well, honestly, for beginners and people that haven't tried to play tennis before, I think they excelled, honestly, like they were really, really good. I think with certain shots, I think with the smash, it helped a lot, that rotation. With other things, I think actually baseball did the opposite effect because they're so used to being stationary and really focusing on one movement. And then when we'd had them moving, it was just kind of a little bit all over the place. But I definitely think that their ability to zero in and focus helped them today.
I think they all did amazing. I think Duke, of course, pulling out the win in the end. The consistency was getting better and better from everyone. You know, I coach some beginners and like they definitely picked it up way quicker than I expected.
My favorite part of the day was just at the end, the skills challenge. It was cool. When they started out, they were super tight, trying to grip the racket super hard and swing for the fences like they do in baseball. But then at the end, they really realized how to slow it down, keep it in, and you could see how much looser they were. It was really cool to see the progression.
I got my wife, I got my daughter, and I've got my son. I think it'd be a blast for the four of us to go out and play a little tennis back and forth.
Okay, I'll play tennis, but I gotta play like my little brother or something. Of course, I'm gonna play the game if somebody challenges me, but I won't be challenging anyone anytime soon.